Hey everyone, welcome to B2B Freelance Writer. On this channel, you learn how to become a highly paid freelance writer in the B2B industry. In this video, I want to tell you about why you should not be pitching prospects every single day. I know you need a client, you want to increase your volume and have as many shots as possible. I get you, but it's better to understand really what's going on behind the scenes so you can optimize your outreach rather than increasing the volume with little or no results. The reason is because of timing. Timing matters. Even if you do everything right, if you write the perfect cold email, you find the perfect prospects, you find the emails, you reach out to them, there are still variables outside of your control. This is what we mean by chance. There's an element of luck always. Our job is to minimize that element, but it's always there. And a lot of it has to do with timing. Whether your email lands on top of their inbox or not, if it's at the top of their inbox, they happen to open it, you're good, and they can consider your targeted offer. What time they check their email? Is it in the morning, in the afternoon, before they're going back home? They might not actually consider it and then they forget about it. Whether they've had their morning coffee or not, that would influence their mood. And if they have a good mood or a bad mood, all of these matter. Pitching every day of the week, therefore, is not a very optimum thing. First of all, you should understand that non-working days don't apply. Sending your emails on Saturday and Sunday is not a very good strategy. Think about it. If you sent all of your emails, even if you had the best cold email template and the best targeted offer, if you sent all of them on Sunday, especially let's say a Sunday morning, the odds that you land a client are incredibly low, because by the time Sunday afternoon rolls, they've had other emails in their inboxes. Not to mention that they probably will not check their emails on Sunday. By the time they check it on Monday morning, your emails have been buried. This is what I mean by timing. You have to keep that in mind. Although it's not an exact science, you can't know for sure when you're reaching out if it's the right timing or not. But you want to try your best to optimize your outreach. So no non-working days, they don't apply. You won't reach out on non-working days. This includes LinkedIn connection requests as well, by the way, which is a form of starting a conversation and eventually making a pitch. So within the working days, there's a breakdown of the timing. So Monday, ideally after 12 p.m., because on Monday mornings, there's still a lot of rush. They are trying to gather some momentum. And within that time period, if they read your email, it's very unlikely that they consider it. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are fine any time of the day of the working hours. Friday mornings are okay, but avoid afternoons because they're basically just wrapping up and waiting, looking at the clock, letting it tick until it's time to go home and enjoy the weekend. So whatever they get on Friday afternoon gets considered maybe lightly. Even if they're really interested, they'll postpone it to Monday. And in the end, they actually never get around to doing it. What you should do on these non-working days, it doesn't mean that you don't work. You have to give it your all. You just build other things within your freelance writing business. You increase your proof signals, you improve your portfolio, your landing page, your online presence. You can post on LinkedIn. That's a good time to do that. People do hang out on LinkedIn sometimes on the weekends, not always, but it's always good to have a few more posts, work on your posts. All of these can be done on Saturday and Sunday, and building, a list, adding more and more ideal prospects to your list. This is an ongoing thing, really, until you have 3 to 4 high-paying clients and you're fully booked as a freelance writer. You should always be keeping an eye for ideal prospects and adding them to your pipeline. There's a lot to do. It takes a lot of time as well. You've got plenty of time to do it on Saturday and Sunday. But LinkedIn connection requests and cold email in non-working days or in non-optimal working hours like Monday mornings or Friday afternoons, It's just a very low odd thing. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm saying be aware of it. If you can optimize your outreach within those hours, then it's perfect. Now, for those of you who are not in the country that you're reaching out to prospects, for example, you are in, let's say you're in Asia and you're reaching out to prospects in the US, then don't really pay attention to this. I mean, you've got to do your outreach. There's a high chance you'll be reaching out at the wrong time, at not the ideal hours, because when it's your working hours or when you have time off your day job, maybe they're sleeping in the US, I get it, but hey, don't let that stop you. It does mean that you might have to increase your volume more, because you've got to account for the fact that timing might not be playing in your favor, and as a result, whenever timing is not in your favor, whenever the die is biased against you, the solution is to raise your number of trials. This is simple probability. So raise your volume, do more until that even that biased die of timing not working in your favor actually ends up working in your favor. So that's just a small note. Do not let it discourage you. For your information, I was in Asia when I reached out to US clients, and my first client was someone from Europe. So the timing was off. But this is just something to keep in mind. Especially Saturday, Sundays, I'd say you can avoid. But in the days from Monday to Friday, just do whatever you can, and just be aware that you might have to increase your volume, and that's okay, just to get started, just to get these first few high-paying clients. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I hope you've enjoyed this video. You're finding these useful on your journey to becoming a high-paying freelance writer from your laptop. It is possible. It takes work, but it is possible. Hit subscribe and let me know what you find useful, what you'd like to see. I am a freelance writer. I have done quite a lot already. I have a lot to share based on my journey. So if that can help you, if that has been helping you, just let me know and I can add more or target my content towards what you need. Cheers, everyone. Thanks.